I'm joined by Inspector David Shane, spokesperson for the SPVM. Inspector Shane, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
In the past couple of weeks, months even, there's been a rise in gun violence in Montreal. 200 plus incidents reported from January to July. We've seen it with gang violence, random shooting in the streets. How do you explain this rise, and what do you think is causing it?
Well, there are many reasons that contribute to our comprehension of this phenomenon, which is a North American phenomenon, I must say. So Montreal isn't the lone city facing this phenomenon. Many other major cities in Canada and the US are facing the same problems. And it's also difficult to pinpoint one factor. It's more a situation where we have many factors contributing. For example, the trivialization of the use and possession of firearms. You have a lot of people, sometimes gang-related, who use social media to threaten each other and make conflicts escalate. You also have the availability of firearms in Montreal and in a lot of cities in Canada, being so close to the country that has the most firearms per capita, right? And all the problems you're already aware with the border and all the accessible firearms that are imported legally or illegally, but eventually end up in the wrong hands.
We can't ignore the fact that Montrealers, because of this rise in gun violence, are worried. Some of them even want or thinking about leaving the city. Like you said, there's been investments made to ensure collaboration between the Sûreté du Québec and the SPVM. But what is concretely being done to make sure citizens, but also the police corps, to make sure everyone is safe?
Plainly, I mean, Montreal Police is doing everything it can to make its citizens feel safe. Obviously, we understand that every time there's a new shooting, it concerns us and we're preoccupied by the situation. But we need to take a step back and look at the wider phenomenon and look at the statistics. Obviously, we do see a rise, especially this summer. But we need to look at the trend year after year. So Montreal has had episodes of gang conflicts or gun violence in the past. And we've addressed the situation. We're very agile. Our personnel are very qualified, have a lot of experience. And again, this is not just a criminal problem. And it's not just a problem that relates to police. It's a societal problem. And this commands a global approach of all partners.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Inspector Shane.
It's my pleasure.